Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Shout out to our radio partners, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Tonight's show is powered by Live Long Health, Paris Ice Bar, Copajn Vodka, Fiya Infusions, and Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Be sure to tap in with us every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, honey, and don't forget, the MzMetchi show comes on every Monday at 11 a.m. It's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time.
This is Dolph Lotto, and you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Jazz up.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Bobby Wright. Right now, you tuned in to the Blueprint Live, hosted by MzMetchi.
Yo, this Gino Pacino, and you tuned in to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Pacino season continues.
Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live, y'all. I have to really kick it off again with our boy Charlie Moon. That I told y'all that's on my playlist for real. Okay, welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl MzMetchi. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. I hope that you are warm, cool, safe. Okay, I hope that you are okay. We got a lot to jump into tonight. If you all were feeling that song, that was Charlie Moon, Nothing Like You, and that's available on all platforms. Shout out to all of my listeners that are tuning in with me on our Facebook and YouTube chat, and those that will later join us on our radio networks, our partners, Fluent Media Network, Jams 95.3, and Philly Jams 101.5. Oh my goodness. If you all are interested in advertising with me, I want to let you all in on a few things that are going on and how you can get some visibility, for your business and get the word out about what it is that you're doing. If you visit the bpmediaco.com, okay, or if you're following us, I want to put that information up. Make sure that you're following MzMetchi and the Blueprint Media Company on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snap, honey, wherever we are there. I'd love to connect with you. But if you're interested in advertising your business, I've got several different activations that I'm working on outside of the infamous LinkedIn Lit Brunch that's happening on April 25th. And I want to invite you all to market your business. Get the word out about what it is that you're doing. If you got music, it's been a lot of exciting things that's been going on with the Blueprint Media Company. And what I really love the most about what I'm able to do now is to get more eyes on what it is that you're doing. I tell you all that I'm here because it's not about me. It's literally about you. And oh, are the blessings coming in to get the word out. So if you're interested in advertising with me, make sure that you follow me, of course. I do follow that. And shoot me an email. Reach out to me. What's going on in the comments? Hey, Cam. Yes, girl, I decided to give them a little pineapple action today. Welcome back, best friend. Oh, baby, we got some things to talk about. Now, shout out to my amazing sponsors. Without them, I'm not able to come on every week and give you all what's happening out here in the streets. Okay, so shout out to Live Long Health, Copajn Vodka, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusion. Fire Infusion. Oh my goodness, y'all. My nail just like broke off just now. And it hurts really bad. It came off so bad, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. I feel like she might need some first aid attention, potentially. Now, tonight, for our topic, I want to hop in on, clarity over confusion. we're gonna have a conversation tonight because y'all know I always have to tell y'all about the things that's happening. We always we gotta have a conversation. So we catching up tonight. Wait till I talk to y'all about this. Y'all, my nail is broke for real. I'm really over here. It's some chaos and calamity and confusion. Now, of course, if you're here and you're joining tonight's chat with us on Facebook and YouTube, please make sure that you drop your business in the comments. I want to connect with you. If you have an event, I'd love to be able to show support if at all possible. So please go ahead, drop it in the comments. I'm gonna leave that up there for you all. Now, I don't have any special guests tonight, so it's just me and you. And guess what? Y'all, I have the cut water tonight. Let me tell you. Y'all know I act up off the cut water. It's not a secret. I got the cut waters personally because that's just commensurate with how my week is going. And we're gonna hop into it. But first, right after this break, we're gonna go ahead and get into tonight's Hate It and Love It. And boy, I got some things to say to y'all. Whew, right after this break.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it's time for tonight. Hate it and love it. Now, look, it's been, I feel like let's get into the jump into the good. Real quick. We're gonna jump into the good. So, as you all know, this upcoming Monday, the MzMetchi Show will be on Chicago Cable 25. So, if you have that channel on Comcast, RCN, or Wow, you all will be able to catch the first season of the MzMetchi Show on there. So that is definitely to love it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip. It's lit. It's really lit. And again, just like I was talking about before we hopped into tonight's Hate It and Love It, I am genuinely excited for the different opportunities to be able to showcase businesses and just, and I know so many amazing people already, but I know that there are some other hidden gems that we just haven't connected yet. So I hope that if you all graced a lot tonight, that you will go ahead and just drop your information or shoot me a message if you'd like to keep it private. That I'm fine with that. But I love to join in. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you. Kim's been there every step of the way, and I tell you what, I started filming for season 2 of the MzMetchi Show, and I'm really excited that it has some additional placement outside of Facebook and YouTube. So, that's a love it too. Tonight, y'all know Copajn is our sponsor, but Hermanas Amigas Tequila is also a sponsor for the LinkedIn Lit branch. So, I genuinely support any of the brands that I work with. So if you see me working with somebody, I have their stuff like in my repertoire, and I'm pouring a shot. So I started filming for the second season, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a little bit of a journey this time around with season 2. And I'm finding out very early in the season that it's definitely going to look different and have a different feel. More people, a bigger businesses, Papa John's, right? Like it's definitely in the realm where it's taking off. And I tell you what, when you lay your foundation down and the foundation is good, good can continue to flourish from that. And I find myself, because we talk about a lot of self-improving and encouraging things and uplifting and all that other stuff, but I don't think that we talk enough about when you've done the work, and you're really genuinely, you're putting the work in and you're laying the foundation and it's strong, how that foundation, it holds you. So what you used to stress about or what you used to be concerned about, you don't have to because you've built a solid foundation. And I tell you what, the top of the year, I celebrated 7 years in business. And you know what? It might not be a lot to some, but it's enough for me. And in that time, in laying the blueprint for my business, like I was very, very adamant about that name, it's certain things that I don't have to worry about anymore. And there's been so many different developments, doors opening, doors closing for me, especially within these last few weeks specifically. And sometimes when I feel sad, let's talk about the closed doors, right? When you find yourself feeling sad over some of those things, you have to, I talk about it, but I've been putting it to practice actually, in terms of being grateful. So my love it today, I just want to, I'm a jam it all in because since I announced the show, there's just, there's definitely just been some things that, if I could be completely honest with y'all, it threw me off, threw me off. Unexpected, right? Which is fine. Those things, things come up. But coming from a place of gratitude, like, when you're able to stop and say, I know that this particular thing is happening, or it's not happening, or I'm in the midst of this particular storm. I'm holding on to the things that I can be grateful for, the things that are tangible, the things I can see, that I can feel, that belong to me. And in that, it's allowed me to move through certain cycles a little bit quicker than others. So today, Kim G, she hopped in on the live. So I'll say it publicly. And not only just her, but to any of my friends that have ever held space. That's my love. Your friends are people that you choose, right? Like it's not like family where y'all have a blood relation. When you find your friend or your friends find you, however you all meet, you're actively making a choice to be in someone's life that you have no type of connection with, bond with. And as I had been facing the last few days, it was my friendship. It was, that love that kind of like supplemented some of the things that were kind of missing. And not that we always rely on that, but you ever be able to like lean on your friend and they be like, I'm gonna hold you up. That's my love. I'm thankful for my friends where I can feel safe. Safety, I don't know about y'all, but it's big to me. And being able to have those spaces where you can come and you don't have to always be perfect. You don't have to always be on. You don't have to always be providing something, doing something. You can just show up as yourself, genuine. I'm so thankful for those friendships because it reminds me when I encounter maybe dealings or people or whatever the case is that are not so kind. I find myself very, very grateful that it's like, you know what, that experience may be what it is over here. But I have a solid village that we hold each other down. And Kim, I mean, I kid you not, I feel like God be knowing, God knows when we have to call each other. Because baby, it just be like this. It's like 911, 911. And you ever just have a time where you might be feeling a certain type of way and you're like, I don't even know what I feel right now. Like if somebody asked you, you would be like, I don't really know, but I feel something. She called me right at the right time. I'm thankful for this, for those friendships that be right on time. It takes a lot when you have friends to do things not just for your convenience. Oh, my Lord. Kim. And likewise, the safety that I've yearned for in any type of closeness or people that are close to me, you have to be able to give that safety too. You can't be the one that you want to confide in people and then they can't confide in you, right? You know what I'm saying? Or like the reciprocal friendships are what's hidden these days. And let me tell you, and Kim, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but I just want to give a little bit of clarity for this particular love it as far as why I'm thankful for that. It is my friendships with my girlfriends. And my girlfriends, y'all know they pop in and on here. I got some bad chicks that's my girl. They be out of town, they be busy, living their best life. We get together when we can. I love them, right? But we make space. We make space. We provide that safety net for one another. No questions asked. A hard lesson that I had to learn recently is that if you're at a place in any type of dynamic, I don't care if it's work, your romantic relationships, your friendships, your family, whoever it is, where you are consistently seeking some level of safety because it feels unsafe, get from around there. I want to let y'all know as somebody that in my lifetime has stayed far longer than I was welcome. Get the hell up out of there. The love it sometimes be getting from around things that ain't for you before it's too late. You know, it costs you some money. It costs you your damn sanity. Whatever it is that's on the table, it varies for everybody. We've all taken it. The love it also is being able to have, you have your good friends that bring you back, and you're in a better place that you can take things in better stride. Me and my friends spoil each other. That's the problem. We spoil. We spoil. We ain't nobody romantic. We are talking about full on platonic friendship that are safe, where you can go and you can be your authentic self and you can talk about whatever it is. She said, you are always safe. You are too. Now, I want to shout out a few businesses that came and rocked with me for my tenants for our Black History Month pop-up. So shout out to Kintsugi Coffee. Shout out to Nourish Me. Okay, y'all already know. Hold on, look. I told y'all my bag is right here. This is where the extras are. I just stocked up on her stuff because let me tell you, I am a Black woman. I know y'all can see it. And baby, as cute as I am and all that other stuff, I have to stay moisturized. It's important to me. I literally have two in here. And she threw in some goodies too. I love when the businesses be taking care of they faithful customers. I'm faithful. I want to smear this on Anthony and sniff it off of him. That's the one for the men, but y'all, I don't know if I'm like in my masculine era or what, but I kind of like the guy thing. Anthony be looking at me sideways because I'm like, I like to spray men's cologne in my car. It don't be no men in my car. No. I like the male smell. I'm like, I identify with it. Nisha, I was thinking that. So look, Nisha is here. Okay, girl, drop your link to take a shot with you. She really got the best body butter. I got my little bath salt. I told you I'm taking that with me to the resort. Going to the resort this weekend. But I also want to shout out Miss Tittle's Cupcake. Now, if you all have attended the Link and Live brunch, the next one is happening April 25th. If you haven't made it, that's fine. Join us. But these are some of the businesses that have been featured, that will also be there with us in April. So please, 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 make sure that y'all get in tune with them. Nisha, drop your link if you can. I really appreciate it. Now, my hated it that I'd like to move forward with is, okay, I'm in the Chicagoland area, South Suburban. Okay. My car was clean the night before, and then I walked out, and it looked as if it was like dry fecal matter. I mean, I'm not trying to be disgusting here, but can we talk? Can we talk for real? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So then that morning when I discovered my car, because let me tell you, y'all know how I like to keep it like real cute, real pristine. I like my car to be the same way. I'm totally bougie when it comes to my car. I cannot stand no dirty car. It costs $5 to $15 to get a car wash once a week. please don't have your car looking like it's a whole different color and looking like, ooh, what the hell on the inside. Do it at least once every 10 to 14 days, y'all. Your soul will thank you for it. Your car will, all of your belongings. And when I tell y'all, I be moving throughout, I ended up having to get a truck because I had so much going on. But I'm like, I got to clean it out. I can't be sitting up here riding around. I can't be riding dirty. But I came out and it was a lot going on. And then what I don't like about it is that there's so many different theories of it. So if I have any scientists that are joining us tonight, what happened? Like, did it happen because of a natural disaster in another area? Like, I'm hearing a few different things. And look, between AI and everything that's going on, I don't know what's fact. I think we at a place where we seeing things we never saw before. Wouldn't y'all agree? I feel like stuff ain't been right since before COVID. And I'm not even trying to talk conspiracy tonight. We did that a few weeks ago. But I'm being for real. It's just some weird happening. I don't know. They was laughing at me, y'all, when we were talking about the conspiracies, because I'm like, I think that like a creature like Godzilla is real. But don't mind me. I'm just thinking outside the box. I'm thinking outside. Kim said, I barely get my car washed. I'll try to be better this summer. But Kim, honestly, like, first off, I pull up on Best Friend at least once every, I would say several days, couple to several days. And it's not like your car be dirty. Like, no, we're talking about the ones that they walk around and it's filthy. Like, their car is white, but it has now turned brown. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Kim said the world is a stage, honey. It is. I'm concerned. Now, I want you all to go ahead and drop your hated and love it in the comments. Honestly, this week, it's been pretty good. I'm excited for the show to be on Cable 25. I'm really feeling it. So happy about that. And then we're filming season 2, and I am still recruiting people for the episode. And I just want to say this. Whenever I have my guests come on, I always have them declare something or to manifest something on the show. And that's where I'm at right now as far as what I want to put out to you all. And I hope that you'll make it happen, especially if you're in the Chicagoland. I feel, I said it last week that I used to really watch all of the talk shows growing up, and I wanted to be a part of that. And I need y'all's help. I want to be able to put it on the map where it can be picked up and broadcast to a larger audience. To really, really put us on. And anybody that knows me, if there is space for you, you're there. If we need to make space, we make space. That's just how I roll. So I hope y'all will roll with me next week, especially if you're in the Chicagoland area. If you can get Channel 25, they also have a YouTube channel. I'll be dropping all of those details. If you all can just pop in, drop a like, drop a share. That would mean everything to me. To have your support, because I'm not here just for me. God gave me my assignment. I keep telling y'all this, and I'm gonna say it until the end of time if I can't say it no more. He gave me my assignment. He said, look, I'm gonna take you where you need to go. Drive the vehicle. And I got some really, really exciting things. It's so much going on. So many nice things. That it makes my heart smile. It makes me feel warm. And all I want to do is put y'all in a room. Let's make some money this year. Who want to make some money? And I don't really, and my whole thing is I'm not promising you like millions and millions. I'm not there yet. But if I can get there, y'all coming too. Right? I thought that's what the plan was. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go on break. Tonight, what would you do? I feel like this might cause an uproar, but I'm ready to cause some trouble right after this break.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Now look, I've got my shot poured up, and of course I got a cutty. So y'all already know that we're about to cut up tonight. Now, tonight's What Would You Do? This one, I tell you what, I have my answer to this, and I'm going to share. And Mr. Brown might have joined already. I don't know. But if he's on here, you know, he will be able to endorse this. But let's go ahead. So first of all, I'm gonna take my shot first, because first we turning up. We turning up. The Lincoln Lit brunch is 65 days away. 2 snaps and a swirl. Funny thing, y'all can't see it because it's out of my shot, but my dress is over here. Dresses, my shoes, like everything. When I tell you I try to be prepared, I try to come correct. Y'all better come out for the brunch. I'm telling you. And use the promo code. For real, we about to get in here. Well, okay, you here. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So let me take my shot first. Y'all get y'all something in y'all cup. Smoke, whatever. I don't care. That was Hermanas Amigas Tequila. You see how I was able to take that and did not immediately need a chaser? But guess what? I'm going to chase it with the cutty. Because I'm cool like that. We can go ahead. I let my brother borrow my car on Friday night so he could take his girlfriend out. I was downstairs relaxing when my wife came home. She was on the phone and the lights were off. I heard her telling her friend to let her get in and put up some perfume before I got there. I listened quietly, went upstairs, and called her out. Long story short, she said a coworker bought her some perfume. I looked it up. It's $345 for a Nolita, bond number 9 perfume. I took it from her. On Saturday morning, I went to her job and told the guy to stay away from my girl. I asked him if he had slept with her, and he said no, and if so, he could have her. He told me she was his friend, and he asked her what kind of perfume she liked, and she told him. Her excuse was that he bought it, so I took it. I don't think it's cool for my girl to accept gifts from another dude. But after thinking about it, I gave it back because I'm not about to spend $400 on perfume. Is it acceptable for a woman to take gifts from a man when she already has one? Well. Okay, I see you all are trickling in for tonight. What would you do? This guy, he overhears his wife trying to hide a bottle of perfume that her male coworker got. It retails for $345. I get my Nolita from Cool Palace because $345 is egregious. It's egregious. Well. Now this is the thing, and you know, Anthony, you are here, baby, so you can totally vouch for this, right? The industry that I'm in, oh honey, gifts are accepted. I don't care if you're a man, woman, what you identify as. You can come in and identify as a centaur. You whatever it is that you feel like you want to identify with. I work damn hard, and tips or gifts or things like that, that's something that is not uncommon with the industry that I'm in. However, as far as I'm concerned, I don't hide gifts. I don't hide that. I'll be like, hey, guess what happened today? I brought home I got these chocolates. And this is the thing. It's like, if it's not no BS, right? It's no nefarious activity going on. It should not be a problem to come back and tell your spouse, like, this is something that was gifted to me from a coworker, right? Now she was a little bit flawed because, girl, why was you trying to hide it? Like, let's not. We can't dodge that accountability. For real. I have questions. Kim said, I'm glad that he gave her the perfume back and realized it was something he was not willing to do. So what you won't do, someone else will. So step your cookies up, bro. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I'm all for, I'm the budget queen around here. I'm like, hey, what can we do? Or like, do they have another version of that? I'm asking those questions. I work with budgets and stuff all the time, so unfortunately, I bring it home. Sorry, babe, but that is the honest to God truth. So, yeah, things like that come up. Like for me, we have conversations like that, in our office. We talk about things. I have come home with bottles of alcohol, gift cards. I would just say share. I mean, I don't know. It's perfume. So it's just like, babe, I'm gonna wear this. My coworker, like, we were talking about like perfume and colognes, and they came in and like, got everybody the perfumes and colognes that they were requesting. They had a connect. I mean, like anything. Anything. I don't understand. So it's like this, you was being secretive. What's going on? And then not the man told her that if he wanted her, he could have her. He was big mad. That man come up there questioning him about the perfume he wasn't gonna buy in the first place. What's up, Kim? That all of us are on a budget. Yeah, girl, I go to Food Palace. I got some Nolita in there too. Okay, clock it. I don't think we need to say the quiet part out loud. Okay, I know some stuff. I'm like, okay. Now there are some perfumes that if it's within my budget, because I feel you on that, sis. If it's within my budget, then I'll get it. Like one of my favorite perfume is YSL Mon Paris. Oh, honey, when I put that on, Anthony already know. I feel like a rich. It gives that. Yeah. She gets up there, but then what I do is, and I'm gonna tell y'all the lick, because y'all know I'm not a gatekeeper. I go and stock up on my stuff when we go duty free. When we go out the country, I'll come back in and get my perfumes there, or I'll catch a little thing online and get the real thing, right? But I'm not about to pay damn to no condo for no spray. Is you cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? But she did not have to hide it. We share things like that. If you marry, you have to share. You have to share. So if it's not anything crazy that's going on, you can come in. Like for me, it is not uncommon. And Anthony, you can vouch. He said he was in the comments. He can vouch for the fact that I have come in with nice things, but I'm working with C-level people. So naturally, it's not uncommon to come in. Do y'all know that I'm currently talking to somebody from the Tiffany store for holiday gifts for these people, right? The bigger the clients, the bigger the things that's going on, the bigger the gift, especially if you're good at what you do. So if you wasn't going to purchase it, why did you take it? I think that it's acceptable to take the gift personally. I just think that there's a certain way that you do it, and there's a certain decorum that you have to have, and you cannot be secretive or hide anything. Anything that I've ever received from clients, my tenants, vendors, contractors, I don't care who it is at what capacity. If I received it, I received it for good reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would trust that my spouse would trust that in me, right? He's come in with some things like, guess what? These people had this, and I came in. I'm like, well, let's get to it. And then you share, it's very simple. So I think that it's acceptable personally, and that might not be a favorite response with most, but it's the truth. It's the truth. As long as it wasn't no BS, it's not a problem. Now, if it's some BS, naturally, absolutely, like, girl, is you cool? Why would you come in with that? That's ridiculous. if you're doing something bad against your spouse. But if there's nothing going on, be honest, girl. You can't be coming in whispering talking about it. It's weird. It's weird. You got to call out both behaviors. I don't know. Are y'all with me on this? What are we thinking in the comments? Let's see. Pootie, is this about that $400 perfume present? Yeah. Yep. That's the one. Sure is. Sure is, Pootie. It definitely is. And it was $345. I don't want to round up too egregious. I really don't. So, y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments. I don't think that it is a bad thing, but there's a way that you go about it. If you're hiding it, it's wrong. If you cannot be honest about it, it's wrong. 100%. 100%. So that's where I stand on it. Y'all let me know. I just believe that it's for me, you just have to be honest. And like I said, the industry that I'm in, I receive nice gifts often because I'm great at what I do. I'm great. Not to toot my own horn, toot, beep, beep. Sorry. But genuinely, I don't know. Let's see. Kayla said, I missed the beginning, but a gift is appropriate as long as it isn't attached to strings. And that's what I was saying, Kayla. So she said that they were having a conversation and he asked her what was her favorite perfume and he came in with it, right? All she said was he bought it, so I took it. It means this is my college page, but $400 he want more than a work friendship. I mean, look, we can only go by what's going on right now. We can only go by what's going on right now, for sure. For sure. So I have to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to be hopping into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Be right back.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it is time for tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Now, have y'all been watching the Olympics? I have watched the Olympics every day at work since they came on. And I've been enjoying myself. Like today, they had the figure skating. That's one of my favorites with the wintertime. So I don't know, y'all tune in. The U.S., we've been we got to get some more medals right now. They were running about third the last time that I checked. So y'all let me know if there's some different things. That's what's happening, what's up. But I was so happy to be able to watch it today. And I tell you what, Amber, she fell down when they were doing the short performance. And I was praying that she was able to turn it around today, and she did. She did. She really, really did. I was so happy to see it live. David, what's going on? Michi just finishing watching Joe's Road Trip on Netflix. It was hilarious. What's up, David? Y'all know he is tuning in from Texas. What's up, friend? Okay, now look. I'm not trying to be messy or anything, but it's world news. World news, y'all. I know you all heard about the former Prince Andrew getting arrested. Oh, so look, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it, but I tell you what, it's mentioned a lot of time in the Epstein file. And y'all already know that that's a hot topic right now. Really hot. Lots of different things going around. That's a whole topic in itself. But he was implicated in some dealing, allegedly. Let's be clear. But he was arrested. Specifically on suspicion of misconduct in the public office. It was during the time, of his rule. That is terrifying. However, how they choose to handle it will set the precedent for anyone that's on that particular list. And it goes deep, y'all. It's a rabbit hole that honestly it has kept me up a few nights because I'm like, what is going on? Heartbreaking. Too many people involved. I'm like, that list is long. Whole separate topic. Moving along. I was really saddened this week to hear about Reverend Jesse Jackson. You all know that he has been a pillar within the community. And everyone has their different perspective from the Jackson family, but it's a loss. It's a loss for sure. Okay, David is a grandpa. Y'all better give it up for David. Come on now. Okay. Come on now, Paw. Okay, he's everything that's happening. But 45, 47 about to duck all charges. Yeah, and I think the crazy thing about this, and we were talking about it today a little bit at work, surprisingly. We're all on the same page, so it's kind of nice with that. But y'all know Ghislaine Maxwell, she is, locked up. But like none of the men that are on there that were actually committing the real act are even being arrested at this point. They're not even being considered. They're not being considered. I don't know. They released the victims' names, y'all, before the people that actually committed the crime. It's really unfortunate. It really is. Not Paw. Yes, that's what we call it. Grandma, Paw. Now, y'all know that Trump is always doing the most. Why is he trying to paint the Air Force One? Do we not have bigger fish to fry? Did it not just rain fecal matter the other day? There was a lot of things going on. I'm like, we should be investing that in probably, some natural resources and preserving some things. They tore down a part of the White House. He repainted the Air Force One, things that did not need updating immediately. Y'all have to know this. Now, been a lot of weird stories that's been happening. So, there were 8 backcountry skiers that were found unalive due to an avalanche in Lake Tahoe, California. It's always so sad to hear stories where the natural environment decided to take over, whether it's like water, snow, any of that. I share that story with y'all because the things that look pretty, snow and all in water when we go out, it looks beautiful. It's like, let me immerse myself in it. I share it with you all as just a reminder of sometimes the dangers that come along with it. And it was really, really sad to hear the story and that they lost their lives because of it. Wow. Okay, Meech added, and they aren't doing anything to protect those women from backlash. They aren't. Do you know? I think the most infuriating thing that I watched surrounding those files, and it was last week, was when they had Pam Bondi on she was on the stand, and they told her to turn around and look at the victim. Now, these victims had tried to submit things towards their case And the Department of Justice was like, oh, hear no evil, see no evil. These are things that actually happened. There are clips and full video coverage of her not even turning around to acknowledge them. They released their name. These people are suffering again because they decided to hold them accountable. Now, did y'all know that this week they was dragging Cam Newton? Cam Newton has a lot of kids, but he said having a lot of kids is not a good look for women. Y'all, I be wanting him to make sense sometimes, respectfully. I really do. I really do. He said Bondi got a spot reserved trust. No, for real. For real, for real. For real. But they were dragging Cam Newton. It was a few people getting dragged. It wasn't surprising for him. They've been on the road for the last several. But moving along, did anyone watch the documentary about America's Next Top Model? Because look, I have to be honest with you all. We have to talk about it tonight because it's fresh off the press. I've been seeing clips, but I haven't seen the entire thing, so I wanted to be honest. However, they have been dragging Tyra Banks. In the clips that I've seen, I'm like, she don't really seem like she cares. There's been a few things that's been happening lately where I am recognizing the difference of how intent and impact, how they land, right? And as I was watching the clips of Tyra Banks, I don't think that she was recognizing in that moment how things were landing. Sometimes you gotta land your plane. You gotta land your plane. Hell said, I want to. Yeah, let's put that on the watch list for this weekend. I know I am. Cam be wanting all the smoke, but his battles be questionable. Okay, you said you saw the documentary, so I mean, did you get the overall feel that she cared about the impact? Because I saw clips from her perspective, but then clips from other people, and while they were keeping it cute, it seemed like that there was a level of disdain there. Is that safe to say for anyone that watched it? Because I personally, I might go and turn it on tonight. Personally. So she got a spot reserved too. Oh no, not she got a spot reserved. They getting banished. Lavish say they getting banished somewhere. That is hilarious. Now, speaking of documentaries, why is it rumored, y'all? And I don't know if I'm excited about this, but I know I'm going to watch it. About 8 women from the Bad Girls Club. I can't even think. Maybe they say they're about to get together and do a documentary about the producers of the show for the Bad Girls Club. Among those were Megan James, Jayla, the Claremont sisters, among a few. Yeah. Let's see. He said she saved her image more than those girls for real, for real. Yeah, I don't think that she was really caring about that stuff. I really don't. Okay, so Kayla said that she only saw clips. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the full thing because I want to get the full picture. But with this Bad Girls Club one now, are y'all excited about that? So I watched the Bad Girls, and I'll never forget. I think it only went on for maybe 2 more cycles after 2011. I will have to fact check that, but I know that it ended, and it had got to a point where I was just like, you outgrow certain shows. I do wonder what happened behind the scenes. So the fact that they want to tell their story, if it comes out, I want to be a part of it. Why did y'all clown Trey Songz so bad for his new haircut? I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that are on the internet right now. Why did y'all do that to Trey Songz? Now, I've seen a few videos where I guess the first time that he unveiled this cut, it was at a concert and he took his do-rag off. And on the videos, y'all, they were so petty, especially on TikTok. Honey, you could hear the audible gasp in the room, in that area, where they were like, what did he do in his hair? Now, me personally, I don't think that it's a bad look. I mean, Trey Songz has been in the news for a lot of things that wasn't the greatest. We'll leave it there. But the way that they clowned on him, I think that it was up there with how y'all clowned him when he did the Power theme song. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when y'all bullied 50 Cent into switching back to the one that had Joe on it? Y'all were some bullies. Absolutely. You all were bullies. I need you to know. Let's see. The Bad Girls Club gonna cause a brawl. I really believe that. And Zeus should give us the behind the scenes. A big one. Yeah. Kayla said, I haven't seen it yet. Trigger just trying stuff at this point. He just want to be noticed now. And Kim, hold on. Kim G has entered the chat. So my best friend used to be so head over heels for Trey Songz. Kim, do you remember when you called on the radio station and you had all of us listening to it? We was goofy as hell back then. What a time to be alive. Kim went to his concert. Making love, let the people say. Baby, we had a ball. Let me tell you, first off, chilling in Miami in the middle of the free, okay? I don't even know if that's the word, but that's how I sing it when I'm in my vehicle. Get in tune. It's the remix. Trey Songz has done some things and has been in the media for some crazy things. But he gave us some soundtracks of our days, okay? So that is her ex now. But she used to go so hard for Trey Songz, and we all did. She made us all go hard for Trey Songz. I was like, well, damn, I'm going to go ahead and listen to the mixtape. When you walk up in the club, you know what it is. You're going to be on me. I'm going to be on you. And it feels so good. I got to have it. His hair was a mess, and so was the Power theme song. It was. I was glad that if we were going to come together for anything, like that's how we're going to get things back together in the United States. We have to come together the way that we did to get 50 Cent to switch back to the old Power theme song and to keep it for the duration of that show. He never changed it again. Kayla, but I love the new songs from T.I. and Juvenile. It makes me feel like the 99 and 2000. Oh, that Big Booty B from... I was just in the car. Throwing it in a circle to that song. I was a bully because Trey version was whack. Yeah, no. This is the thing. I'm not condemning y'all because understand this. I was also a part of the people that was just like, change that back. Why would y'all change that? It made me upset. You know how when you used to things being a certain way and then it changed up, you just like, excuse me? Did y'all just commit a crime? Kim was, and she was so in love with Trey Songz. She was so in love, and she said that was the highlight of my life, talking to him on the radio. Kim had went citywide talking to Trey Songz, and we was all listening to it. Everybody was in different places, but we all listened to it. And he was nice to her, but it's just like, you know, Kim, I do wonder what the in-person would have been like. He probably, Trey live is terrible, but the songs are bop. So wait, hold on. You've seen him live? You know what? We're all getting older. I know that I can't do things the way that I used to. So for me, if I'm going to a concert for someone and maybe, you know, they haven't had music out in a while and I'm just going for the oldies, you know, I'm going to go and vibe. I would feel okay. Trey Songz and went bald. Ladies know they love his bald head. I mean, you know, when I saw it, I was like, you know, I'm not super mad at it. It was like random how it was unveiled. I'm like, just pop out with it. Change my hair up all the time. Kayla said that's my workout song, BBB, and yes, that power song had to change back. It did, Kayla. Like it was absolutely necessary for that song to go back. It made no sense for it to be updated in the first place. And we love 50 Cent because I don't want no problems with 50 Cent. Baby, he trolled with the best of them. So we support you, 50 Cent. We just wanted the best for you. We didn't want no issues. Meech, when it first came on, you would have thought I smelled something funky because my face was toe up. Like, and then I have to rewind it to make sure because understand this. Know that by the time Power was coming on, let me paint the scene in my house. I had just it came on that day. I had just made some good grub, or we'd had some good takeout. We got some drink, you know. I'm feeling good. I'm saucy. So, and you know, and I might have had a little shot. Y'all know I keep double shot glass. The MzMetchi show on Cable 25 next Monday. Shout out to the team. Okay. Like we do that. I'm sitting down. So when the new theme song came on, I was like, can I hear? You ever be told where you gotta check your surroundings? Like, am I where I said I was? Like, what's going on here? I'm confusion. We felt betrayed when that song switched, and we did. I have He's Whack. That's why Prince saw him trying to sing Purple Rain. You know what? I haven't seen that footage, but I need to see it. Hi, friend. Love that you're still doing your show. Thank you so much, Gino. What's up? Oh, you know what? Y'all better be up in these comments tonight. I love y'all. Now, last but not least, we gotta go ahead and we gotta send some prayers up for Rachel. I saw some disturbing footage that was going around. And you gotta be serious. So he was performing, but he had on a chest patch and what appeared to be blood running from his eye. I'm concerned. You know, he recently opened up about some different health scares. And for real, I need y'all to understand. I know y'all, you know, look up in celebrity tea and do all that other stuff. We talk about it and everything, but we gonna talk about it for real. Put some prayers up. These are people just like you and I. They get sick and go through things. He got to get better. He got to be around here singing One Wish. Ain't nobody got time for that. Pray for him. It was heartbreaking to see that footage. It was. It really, really was. Now, look, I have to take a break. Y'all continue to go ahead and get it in the comments. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about tonight's topic. Okay? Clarity over confusion. Yes. I think it's going to be time to get into it right after this.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye.
Learn more about MzMetchi today. She's an entrepreneur, host of the Blueprint Live, media personality, professional brand ambassador, brand talent manager, commercial real estate professional, event host, beauty and fashion influencer, marketing and promotions professional. Learn more about MzMetchi by visiting MzMetchi.com for more information.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. And hold on, I feel like I missed the comment on there. Okay, Meech said Ray J 6'6", that fast life caught up. I hate to see it. I really do. I hate to see that. I hate to see it. Now it's time to hop into tonight's topic. Okay, clarity over confusion. So y'all know I try to give y'all the topics as they come in. The topic for me is always one of the last things because I like to reflect on the week and really be able to talk to y'all. So we talk a lot about wanting answers, needing closure. But I feel like that when we talk about it, we don't talk about how to deal with the clarity once you have it. Now, I think that it's no secret that confusion can be very exhausting. But sometimes when you receive clarity, it can also feel like a little bit of a gut punch. And sometimes it doesn't bring you peace every time, it can bring you grief. I'll say this: I have been in confusion and caused confusion. And it doesn't bring, you know, it doesn't bring peace. What it does is that I feel like that it keeps things at like a glimmer of hope, right? Because when you're in a state of confusion, you can like imagine different outcomes. You're negotiating with reality essentially. And when things are unclear, you're trying to seek out what's the truth in that. But when you get clarity, I feel like that kind of, it ends that negotiation that you're trying to negotiate with reality. And I feel like it's important. It's been a lesson, I think, in my personal life, business life, to just always have a clear understanding. Because, I'm speaking to my business owners tonight. You ever think that you work in certain things and you have a certain understanding, and then in the end it's a completely different understanding? It could be about money, it could be about promotions, responsibilities. We're talking about those things, right? Clarity is going to always be better than confusion. Yeah, what up, Gino? What up, Gino? So when you are seeking that clarity, it's not going to ask how you feel in that moment or what you are able to take in. It's going to tell you what it is at that moment. It doesn't argue. It doesn't have to explain itself, not once or not twice. And once you have that clarity, you can't unsee it. You ever end up seeing some things and you just like, damn, I can never go back to how it was. One of the things that happened to me was even in my daytime job, when the moment that I recognized, and I want to be transparent and really, I talk to y'all for real, for real. The moment when I recognized that I'm not going to be able to take my talents to South Beach at the current station that I'm in. Meaning that it's not any promotions probably or anything in sight. That's real. That's real. It was a harsh realization because you ever like try real hard and it's just like, oh man. And the confusion come in where it's just like, oh yeah, you're qualified. You're doing all of these things, going above and beyond, doing all of this. And when the time come up, it's just like it's passed up again. And I reference this to y'all because hell, it was a sore spot. Let's be real. Once I had that clarity, see, the confusion came in because I was still hoping, and there was still a certain level of, okay, I don't know if it's clear that this is not going to happen. It's not a no, but it's not a firm yes. Once I had the clarity that it was not going to be any growth in that department, I had to create my own growth elsewhere. Everything. Yeah. I need to know. I need to know. Let's see. Nope, I'm flipping everything over. Chaos reigns, pure confusion. You know what? Hey, you have to pick whatever is good for you. To me, it's okay to be confused. Confusion is the route to all the clarity in the world. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes in your confusion, it gives you a more finer tune to be able to seek clarity. See, when confusion comes up, it's letting you know what you need to target at that moment. It is. It is. But when you receive clarity, it can be a certain level of grief that's attached to it. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I can like, feel energies and feel those different, vibes that kind of come up. So I've had situations where I could feel the shift. I can feel a shift, an immediate shift. And I used to be more confrontational back in the day where I'm just like, hey, what's up? I used to be that person. And I've even had moments where it's come up. I would say as a late, it's been like that now. I'm a little bit more aggressive than probably what the situation needed. And I get it's almost like a delay in terms of I knew something was up initially and it was denied. People are gaslight the hell out of me. I've gaslighted too. I can't sit here and judge nobody else. I've done it as well. Let's be real. But once you actually get the clarity that you have, it's just like it's something that's attached to that. It's a pain. It could be a loss. Clarity can even force you to mourn things that were not real. Clock it. Clock it. The biggest thing is that you have to accept the clarity without abandoning self. And I'm just trying to share with y'all some lessons that I'm learning too. And for me, I used to go by this thing of choosing my peace, but I'm learning to if people matter to you in your life, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna try to get clarity from those things rather than being in a state of confusion. And that's for any realm, whether it's business, personal, relationship, family, whatever those ties are. You want to make sure that you can come to a certain level of peace as far as that's concerned. Clarity can be hard sometimes to ask for, but I'm gonna always choose that over being in a place of just not knowing or being ignorant to what's going on around you. You have to be aware, even if the reality of whatever it is, it's not good. You ever get some bad news, you be like, oh, I wish I didn't hear that today. Why did I hear that today? But I'd rather know than not know. What I just want to ask y'all, have y'all ever known a truth and had a hard time accepting it? Like it felt like it was easier to be in a place of confusion versus having the actual factual when it came to clarity over a situation. Y'all tell me in the comments. I know when I was choosing confusion, I wasn't willing to face some things within myself. Confusion is easier. Let's see. Meech said no, but I always seek clarity unless you can sense chaos will always be present. In those cases, I just walk away because I know it isn't serving me. As you should. For me, the greatest beauty always lies in the greatest clarity. 100%. 100%. Gino, confusion is delusion and clarity is taking action. I like that. Hold on. Okay, y'all spitting in the comments. Come on now. Yeah, it's and I agree, Meech. Sometimes you have to know when to walk away. Like I know for me, I'm the type of person that if I know that I'm getting to a place of overwhelm or things are about to go too far, I'll remove myself first. I don't even need prompting. Because I'm like, okay, this is too much. And we have to be mindful of when sometimes people's circuits are overloaded. You don't know what people are going through. But I'll tell you this, when it comes to clarity, because I've also had this happen to me in my lifetime as well, where people will not provide you context around certain things that may change, whether this, again, this applies to anything, a business relationship, whatever, okay, where things change and there's not any acknowledgement about that until after it has caused impact. You cannot come late in the game and just be like, oh yeah, I recognize this or what. I mean, you can, You can't let an unmeasurable amount of time pass by. It's not right. It's not right. And we've all been there. Hey, I've been wrong too. I've been like, you know what? Hey, maybe that wasn't the best way to handle it. And always be ready for the fact that people may not be willing to provide you the clarity that you so seek. Genuinely. I had that happen to me too, where it's just like I don't give a damn what you talking about. I'm like, oh, okay. You gotta be able to take your L's the same way that you give. But clarity is gonna always be king in the situation. Because shouldn't all parties be able to know what's going on? Jocelyn, you never really want to see the truth until it smacks you in the face and you have to make hard decisions. Ooh. Let me take it. Do I need to pour a shot for that one? I'm shaking the table over here. I'm shaking the table. I like what David also added. Hey, Jocelyn, thank you so much for joining me. She coming to LinkedIn Lit. She's coming. She got her ticket already, baby. David, self-clarity brings peace of mind. And I love that you said that because you know that's where I was going. Hold on, I'm pouring up a little shot. We having fun tonight. Now look. And we touched on it a little bit last week. You got to be able to give it to yourself. The things that you seek, you got to be able to give it to yourself. So when you are thinking about clarity, you got to be clear about your own self first. I got flaws like everybody else. We all do. We all got our little flaws. You got to keep it real. You got to face it. Get out of the confusion, y'all. Get out of the confusion. She said, hey, sis, I'll be there and I can't wait. I can't wait to host you. I can't wait for you to come and eat, come and drink. I'm personally right now, I'm sipping on Hermanos Amigas tequila. This is one of my partners for the LinkedIn Lit branch. Clarity over confusion. I don't want y'all to be confused about the people that's going to be in the building. Hermanos Amigas tequila. It's lit. David, I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. Of course. Of course, she's not lying because Michi is a good friend, but she's always been on the sweeter side. I always been blunt, brash, and unsugarcoated. She don't like that too much. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm very big on when you know your people, you know how to properly handle your people. And I will say for myself, I'm very quick to be in a place of confusion because see, I will get the hell on if it's things that's making me feel like I'm like, ooh, be gone. I'm like, ooh, gotta go. Everybody handles things differently. I'm learning that. Some people like to self-isolate. Y'all know any self-isolators? And they self-isolate so much, they'll get mad with you if you check on them. It's just like, damn, I was just trying to check on you, big homie. What's going on? When I tell you, if I wrote a book on some of the experiences and things that I've had, y'all would be like, girl, what? And then, of course, I would have to acknowledge my own stuff, too, because I'm a mess, too. We all are. Everybody got their own thing. It's crazy. But even in that, something toxic that I would do back in the day is like, not so much as withhold clarity, but it's just, I would hold myself to such an extreme that I just didn't say nothing, And I don't know if anybody on this live has ever identified with like what happens when you are just so overwhelmed and you just shut down. It's happened. And it's not it ain't cute, it's not. But it's real. But that's real. That's real. 100%. So, you have to you have to provide clarity for things that matter. You don't have to do it if things don't matter. But if you entertain things that don't matter, that ain't right. Seeking clarity from other people is like self-destruction. What I mean is most people don't even know themselves and don't know that they're creating harm to you from them. To say I'm sorry. Therefore, knowing to let people go and have smaller group around you is better. It's like the snakes in the grass. Gino, now look, let me tell you about Gino been spitting the truth since back in the day. You ain't never lied. And this is the thing, you could have people around and be around for a long time that because clarity comes easy when you are in situations that are in alignment. Let me be clear. When it's in alignment, clarity can come easy, even if it takes some time. There can always be a circle back. There can always be a conversation. There can always be something. If people are willing to drop you and leave you in a place of confusion, stay there. Stay away from them. For real. It's just not worth it. And that's where I love that you all are saying like the self clarity, because you have to check in with self first. I was gonna say that your clarity might not be the other person's clarity. Exactly. It looks different. It looks different, right? Make sure that the things that are around you are in alignment. Be clear on that. And you know what, Mitch? I identify with the being direct and all that other stuff and being blunt. 100%. 100%. I got to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're gonna close out tonight's show with the quote of the night. That was a great conversation. Y'all was going off in the comments right after this.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's time for tonight's quote of the night. Now, in light of us talking about clarity versus confusion, the quotes always find me. So this one, it popped up on my Pinterest maybe about 2 nights ago. And, I would say that there had been just like a series of things that this one just hit home. So I knew immediately when I saw it, I said, I shared it with whoever tunes in. Acceptance doesn't mean you. Let me start. Wait, the cutty is getting me, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna take another sip to get fine. So, acceptance doesn't mean you have to like your circumstance. It doesn't mean you aren't allowed to feel hurt or angry or sad. It isn't giving up, no longer trying to better yourself or your situation. It means you stop trying to fight reality and control circumstances that you cannot actively change. It means giving yourself permission to feel what you feel and be where you are. This is where you are today. You won't necessarily be here forever. You might not always feel this way, but today, this is where you stand, and it's okay. Whatever it is that's going on in your life, because acceptance can also be a good thing. It could be you accepting going to a new school or enrolling in a program or getting, certification, starting your business, whatever that is. Allow yourself to feel and push through. Okay, get through it. Get through it. As a parent, it's hard to teach teenagers clarity and the understanding of it in this world with social media. I believe that is something that is worth teaching to our youth. I agree. We have to our self-confidence, like, being able to use our voice. Because I think the biggest thing when we talk about Even self-clarity is being able to recognize your own voice. Recognize when you may be hurting, or even recognizing when you're super excited about something. You have to be able to have healthy ways to identify that. So, while I'm not a parent, if there's any resources or anything that we can just, connect you with, please let me know. Let me know. I would love to connect you with other parents that maybe they can kind of come in with a different angle. I don't touch on things that I'm not a part of yet, but I feel you and definitely here for you. And I just want to thank all of y'all for tuning in tonight. I had so much fun as always. If you haven't already, make sure that you drop those businesses in the comments. Remember, I am here for you, not for me. Shout out to my sponsors, Live Long Health, Copajn Vodka, Fiya Infusions, and Paris Ice Bar. Everybody after tonight's broadcast will be hyperlinked in the comments, and then their YouTube channels will also be tagged. So I just ask for anyone that's tuning in, please just take a moment, go and follow them if you can. Those links will be available shortly after we wrap up tonight. But I really appreciate everyone joining in on the conversation. It's always a good time. If you haven't already, make sure that you get those tickets to the Link and Live brunch. It's happening on April 25th. From 1 to 5, we are on Michigan Avenue again, having a good time, a real good time, real good time. And of course, you know that the Blueprint Live is available anywhere that you listen to your favorite shows. Of course, on Facebook and YouTube. Let's get it. And with my amazing radio partners, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Philly Jams 101.5. Monday is going to be a great day. The MzMetchi Show will premiere in the Chicagoland area on Channel 25. So if you are out there, just go give it a couple minutes of your time. I would really, really love that. That would mean everything. Everything. David, great show. Love it. David, always, our friend, he always tune in. And yes, when you come to Chicago, we're going to show you a good time. You got to get out here for the next brunch. I'm going to get you some dates so that you can plan it. You and Wifey, y'all have to come out. Come have a good time with us. We'll show you a good time in Chicago. You'll love it. You will love it. And we're going to tell you where to stay, and get all of the good food, all of the things that y'all need. Because David like to eat. Every time he come on, he always ate at a good restaurant. So y'all better make sure y'all get in tune with him if y'all out in the Texas area. But I love y'all until next time. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into the Blueprint Live. I'm your girl, MzMetchi. Make sure that you're following me on all platforms at MzMetchi and at the BP Media Co. See y'all next week. Okay, bye.